the latest edition?
Oh, I'm not. I'm always doing the same thing I was always
14.
doing. Yeah, it's 14.
Okay.
Why?
Is that 15 there? There is 15 dots, but the pattern.
What's the pattern?
What's
What's
special
special
about
about the pattern?
It's linear.
Do you see anything special about the pattern?
I see a linear pattern.
Why is it that I say 2 for this, I say 4 for this, but you show me this, I say 0, I say 0. There's something special about all these that makes them 0.
I know.
They know the thing in the middle.
Oh, they're symmetrical. I see.
Yes.
Ding, ding,
Ding, ding, ding. The silent one, when she speaks, she shows much wisdom.
Sing it.
So when it's
Sing it,
symmetrical-
baby. Sing
This is
it.
also a very common thing, by the way, that I see in this is this is the same thing is absolutely true of software testing in professional software testing at eBay or Google or anywhere. And that is, if you have a team of people testing, you could have one person who does most of the work, and that's fine. But you could have another person who is watching that work, and it turns out that at the end of the day, they have one idea. But that one idea makes everything else work. That's what I love about testing. It's not the amount of ideas you have. It's getting the right idea at the right time. And anybody at any time might have the right idea. Irrespective of your general level of intelligence, your general level of experience, your general level of skill, in testing, at any moment you can hit a home run.
So that slacker
I
could
love
be
that.
the game saver.
Yes, the guy who is daydreaming all
Assumed
the time
slacker.
can come out with the key idea. That's why in the Harry Potter movies, I really like Luna. What's her name? She's the tester. What is it?
Luna Lovegood.
Yeah, Luna, right. She's completely spacey, but she's seeing the world in a different way, and that's what testers do. They're the only people on software projects who are paid to not be fooled. Everyone else is paid to get something done, and testers are just paid to stay awake and not be fooled by what's fooling everybody else. Everyone else thinks, I know what's going on, and the tester goes, maybe you don't know what's going on. Maybe you're wrong about it. And it might be right 95% of the time, but the tester is there because 5% of the time people are going to be wrong, and testers will be there to save the project. And then within a test team even, some people can be very, very good at testing most of the time. But even the most newest novice tester can solve the problem. Now I'll tell you, what you guys just did, even getting the isomorphic solution, okay, it didn't take 40 minutes, did it? It took us about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Normally, with a team of adults who have a strong background in computer science degrees, it takes them 40 minutes to solve this. You solved it in 10 minutes. What does that say about you? There's some kind of fearlessness that you approach this with, okay? Then you decided you wanted to come over. You decided you wanted to come over and you wanted to watch, right? And you took a relatively passive position in this. But that's okay. That can contribute to the team. You see? So this is what I do for a living. What I do is watch people solve problems like this. I give people problems like this. I watch them solve them. And then I try to help them understand what they just did. Okay? So I noticed that you were using a one factor at a time test strategy called OFAT, as opposed to what some people do when they do this is some people really don't want to break the rules. And the rule is you have to roll 5 dice. So they're rolling 5 dice. And I go, well, that's an 8. And they go, oh, okay, it's an 8. And they roll again. That's a 6. Well, I don't know what is going on here. 6, 8, I don't know. What is it now? That's an 8. Well, that's back to an 8. Well, maybe he just says 6 and 8 all the time. I don't know. Who knows what it could be? Now it's 8. Okay, maybe it's most of the time it's an 8. Okay. What is it now? Now it's an 8. Okay, now I know. You're always going to say 8. You're always going to, that's what it is. The rule is you'll always say 8. So you're going to say 8 and I say 0. And they go, oh, it doesn't make any sense. And it takes them forever because there are a whole bunch of people that go through all the school and they feel like I can't break the rules. I'm not supposed to break the rules. It's sinning somehow to break the rules. But as a tester, you've got to know that it's important to break the rules sometimes. When I say rules, what I mean is A tester needs to take control of the system they're testing. Not just let it be whatever it wants to be. They need to be able to set it up and say, no, I want this data to be here and that program to be running and that program to be stopped. I'm not going to just use it the way a user uses it. I'm going to take control of it. So we simulate that in this game by giving you rules and saying it's okay to break the rules. It's normal, it's not a problem at all to break the rules. And you right away, the very first thing you did is you broke the rule. But notice how you broke the rule. The very first rule you decided to break was the number of dice. So what you did is you went toward a simpler task. You showed me a very simple case. You could have broken the rules by rolling all the dice. That would have been really hard to sort out. But instead you chose one. By doing that, you accidentally used, I don't think you did this on, maybe you did this on purpose, but I don't get the sense that you did.
He probably did.
If you did it on purpose, what you were doing is what's called a focusing strategy.
Right.
Minimize variables, do the simplest thing first.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you try to investigate something complex. Do something simple.
Yeah, I didn't want to roll 5 dice.
Okay, well
I
then you
knew-
did
I
on
had no
purpose.
idea what you would have said.
Then on purpose what you did is you used what's called a focusing strategy. Now a focusing strategy is the wrong way to find bugs, but it's the right way to investigate bugs.
But now using that, I could find the bug now.
Well, you could find bugs in a variety of ways, but
I
have you ever
still
played a Battleship?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna play Battleship, you don't just go one and then one next to it,
Yeah.
one next to it, one next to it. You bounce around a lot, right?
Right.
But as soon as you get a hit, then you go right around on it, right? Bouncing all around is called defocusing. That maximizes the chance you'll find something. Creeping, that's focusing. That's when you're investigating what you've already found. Testers need to be able to go slow and do the creeping kind of maneuver, like you were doing, one factor at a time, adding things together. It helps you see the pattern. But you also need to be able to randomize and defocus. So the dice game, I played it with you using its default first principle. Now I would like to play it one more time, but this time I'm changing the principle. The rules are all the same, okay? But the principle I'm using now is completely different. Let's see if you are so good at doing the first one, and let's see if everybody here, if you now can solve the second one that has a completely different principle. Go. All right?
Blanking zeros?
No,
Can you just have to
that is a zero.
That's just a
see
zero.
it?
Zero. Oh,
That's a zero.
zero.
That's a zero.
Red blinking zero?
That's a zero.
Zero. Zero.
That's a zero.
Zero.
That's a zero.
Zero.
And that's a zero.
Zero.
And that's a zero.
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 Zero. So far, you've been pretty good at predicting.
Zero.
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 I don't know. I'm pretty sure I hit them all just now.
Zero.
That's a zero.
Zero.
That's a zero.
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 I think it's safe to say that it's all zero.
Yeah, but you mean the rule is that I always say zero?
Yes.
That's a very good guess based on the evidence you have. You're, however, incorrect. I will, in fact, say many different numbers, depending on what you...
Zero.
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 Oh, I've got an idea. 4.
That's a zero.
5.
That's a one.
Wait, but before you said it was 0.
Okay, he's gonna say the
Really?
difference. I think.
Zero.
That's a zero.
3.
That's a zero.
Oh. 4.
That's a zero.
Zero.
2.
That's a zero. That's
Zero.
a zero.
1.
That's a zero.
3.
That's a zero.
So
One.
what did
That's
he
a
say
zero.
when you guys rolled a 6?
Zero.
5.
He said
That's a
two
one.
different things.
Yeah, see. But no, the first time I said 0.
That's a zero.
See, there's a difference in what I present to him. So, 3.
That's a zero.
2.
That's a zero.